Many people are concerned and some are even worried about going back to work and starting the 9 to 5 jobs. Now these places, some places are being open now again, and this concern is affecting many people, and some people even come to therapy as a result of this concern. So what I would like to share with you, 2 tips that can help you how to deal with going back to work during a pandemic, because we're not in a post-pandemic era. It's still in the middle of pandemic. It's just that luckily we're blessed with the vaccine. So tip number one is, I want to assume that the company that you're working for, they are aware of the mental health crisis during this pandemic. They know that people are being affected negatively and that they have a high stress when it comes to pandemic. Therefore, their understanding would help to open doors for communication. And what I would like you to do in this case is to contact your superiors, supervisors, bosses, managers, to help you to transition to workplace in a more slow and gradual way, rather than showing up suddenly on first day of your work from 9 to 5. So talk to them and include them in this conversation that, hey, it's not been an easy year or two. Well, it's going for 2 years now. So it hasn't been easy for me. It hasn't been easy for all of us. So I would like to request you to make the transition to work as a more gradual process rather than a sudden. So hopefully this communication can help you to have the process more gradual, because that way your brain is not going to be experiencing a lot of stress, because it's going to be a slow process. Similar to people who would like to go on a diet or do exercise. Usually the process, when the process is gradual and it's a slow process, then the benefit can be more long term, but at the same time it can be non-resisting for the brain. So brain would not be resisting too much for the sudden change. Now here is tip number 2. If the company refuses to acknowledge some of these struggles, or they just want you to show up 9 to 5 and assuming that you have no other choice but just to go to work, then in that case it would be helpful for you to use your own skills to deal with this situation. So one way for that would be to help yourself to, for example, even do small things that you have a little bit of control over, such as shutting your door and communicating with your coworkers that, hey, sometimes I'll be shutting my door. I'm a little bit used to working from my bedroom. Therefore, I will make the process a little bit gradual for me to interact with people, to be interrupted by people. So therefore, I'm going to, do these things. The other thing can be using some relaxation breathing exercises when you're in the office. So having more breaks than used to. So for example, people usually take 2 or 3 breaks, maybe have more breaks for breathing and for relaxation. And even if you have some sort of guided meditation that you could listen to, that can probably help as well. The other thing is, when you wake up in the morning, then you can have a good positive self-talk of, hey, all I have to do is to access the memory that I've had before the pandemic, how I interacted with people, how did everything went for me. I'm going to just access that skill, and it will take some time, and I'm going to be compassionate with myself. I'm not going to force me just to be all friendly and all chirpy in front of everyone on the first day. What I can do, knowing that all of us went through a serious and very difficult situation. Therefore, I'm going to allow myself to gradually adapt to the new environment, which in this case, it's an old environment, but because you haven't been there for 1.5 years or 18 months or so, therefore the environment would be like a new environment, because for you, your brain has to get used to with that environment again, even though it's you've been there before. So that's the good news as well, that you've been there before. So it's not a huge change. You're not going to a new job. Some of you might be going to a new job, but this video is for those who are going back to their old job, is that you've been there before. So the familiarity should be also a sign that, hey, I can do this. I allow myself to take some time for that, but I know that I can get out of this, and I can do this. And then slowly and gradually you can increase the process of maybe interaction, maybe the process of opening your door, maybe even going back to what it used to be or the closest to what it used to be would be an option for you as you allow yourself to go through the process first. So I hope this video helps. If you want more tips on this, please write in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.